let me just start from where I think Michael made a statement about the fact that we seem to be enjoying some form of windfall from the current, tariff war, particularly coming through the gold prices that we are getting. Yes, that is very true. But we should also note that we know if you look at the historical trends of gold, I mean, it's really very volatile. There's often wide swings in pricing. And therefore, that is something that we have to be very particular about to ensuring that we do take advantage of the current situation, right?
Okay.
Because if it's going to lead to a situation where your currency is appreciating, yet it's good, but it could also lead to Dutch disease, as you know, right? The appreciating currency will mean that your trade export becomes uncompetitive in a way. So you may not be able to take advantage of what is going on after all, because you'll be priced out of the market, So you have to make sure that you balance that. But the way to do that, more importantly, is to look at how do we create a competitive environment. Because we've mentioned all the products that we seem to have some form of comparative advantage, right? Palm oil, cashews, and all of that. But that in itself will not get us into the global value chain. Tariff or no tariff, what will take us there is the competitiveness of the produce that we make. Right. If we are able to produce at competitive price, no matter the tariff, you'll still be able to penetrate. Right. So our focus really should be on how do we ensure that we support indigenous firms, the private sector, to be able to produce at competitive price. It's very important. I mean, looking at the value chain, our cost of production is huge. More often than not, these days we talk about inclusive growth, we're talking about sustainable growth. Before we used to talk about pro-poor growth. But really what matters for me is the endogenous growth. The endogenous growth tends to look at the key levers of your production, right? What will drive competitiveness?